Alright, I have set the baby down for another nap. She is not too happy about it, so we'll see how it lasts, but assuming that it sticks, maybe we can get stuck into another Slay the Spire run. Something I noticed listening back to the last recording is that there's a lot of syllables that kind of pop my mic, especially like plosives and stuff, or if I like accidentally breathe into it. Like I said, these recordings are mostly just for me, but what do we have going on here? Oh yeah, I just died. I didn't actually full die, but I'll just abandon it. But yeah, these runs are mostly just for me, and unfortunately with the way that my audio setup works, it just is the way it is. So yeah, just gonna have to deal with it, I suppose. But in the last run, we died to Gremlin Knob, learned a couple of valuable lessons. One thing in that run that I didn't talk about that I thought of later was we got the Anchor Relic in the first shop, which gives you 10 block on the first turn of combat. I thought that was going to be really helpful, and it was, but something I hadn't considered was that the anchor really only helps for the um, sentries fight because the Lagavulin and the Gremlin Knob both don't do anything on their first turn. So the anchor really doesn't provide much value there. And with the way my deck was, I didn't have the attacks necessary to even trigger kunai. So I really had a great late game solution for block, and I just needed to focus on surviving until I found some damage, which is the conclusion I came to in the video. But it's kind of just one more little note there. Let me take a sip of my coffee, and we'll get into this one. Okay, so because I died, I don't get a good Neos choice. I have to take max HP or Lament, and I can snipe this elite maybe, but that's a lot of events to take without getting cards. So I think I'll just take the max HP, and then we will probably just target this triple elite path right here with the 2 campfires along the way. I'm still going to hit some question marks, which is a little annoying, but I think this 2 elite path with no campfires is just a death sentence. So, we will go along this one. I also mentioned in the previous video, the first 3 fights of Act 1 are really straightforward, because they always give you easy fights. So, I'm not probably going to commentate about the decisions I'm making in these ones too much. I'll still commentate on the card choices, obviously, but the actual, like, micro in the fight, I'm not too concerned with on those. So, this is a little bit tricky because I haven't upgraded my bash yet, and armaments really needs an upgrade to be useful. Now, we are going to have 3 campfires on the route that we're projecting. However, I'm most likely going to need those to heal, except for maybe this one. But again, that's probably going to be spent on upgrading the bash. It's a Hexaghost, and the Hexaghost deals less damage the lower HP you are. So I really could maybe get 2 upgrades off, but then that kind of locks me into this position where I can only upgrade bash and armaments, and everything else I take needs to be good without an upgrade. Cleave is just a pretty bad card in general, and Entrench is only good once I've got some other block cards, but it's really good once I get them. So honestly, I think at the end of the day, worst comes to worst, armaments doesn't get upgraded because we're just healing, and it's a bit annoying if that ends up being the case, but I think it might just be a reality we have to be prepared to live with. And if I do end up getting the upgrade budget to get both it and bash, that would be great. Now, this feels like a pretty easy choice to me. Pommel Strike can be good, Cleave is pretty bad, but Iron Wave is just good for all of the elite fights and for Hexaghost. So I'll take that just because it just solves a lot of problems for me. So like here, because of that Iron Wave, I can actually block the damage that this thing is doing and heal. Assuming I make it through the rest of the fight, of course, without taking damage. But This is kind of what I was talking about, where we can still use armaments to some effect during the fight itself. So is it applying a debuff? It is not. Since it's not applying a debuff, I'm going to keep going for this angle to try and heal some HP, even though it stalls out the fight a little longer. But I think Iron Wave is going to enable me to do that, which we got a little unlucky here, unfortunately. So I needed to draw basically any other card except for those 2 slimes. So hurts a little bit. We're going to only heal 4 HP instead of 6, but healing's still healing. So these card choices are always really tricky. So Rage gives us a defense solution, but we don't have a lot of easy attacks to play. Havoc is just really scary, especially unupgraded, which we already know is going to be a problem. And Flex, again, can be really good, but kind of depends on getting some good, cheap attacks. So I don't think I skip here. I think it's definitely between Flex and Rage, and I would say in general you need more defense than damage on Ironclad, so we're going to take the Rage over the Flex. This could be a problem, but given all of the information I had, it felt like the better choice, especially because if I can use it to save some HP, it will help me get upgrades from these campfires, because I won't need to rest, which at high ascensions is a pretty tall order. It's very hard to make it to a campfire and not need to rest, but we'll see. Now, I don't want to gloss over this strike dummy pick, because that's actually pretty freaking good. Obviously, it's not game winning by any means, and it doesn't make you want to keep strikes per se, but ooh, this is very tempting. But I'm going to have to disagree. I don't want, I mean, the gold from this would be really nice, but that's just a really, there's no clear way to get rid of that curse. And the doubt is like really hard to get through fights with Ironclad, because it kind of takes away the only strength you have. Because the doubt makes you weak, which is very frustrating to deal with. So, we are going to skip it, and hopefully this strike dummy will give us the tools we need to make it through this early game. Now, I could have delayed for some setup with my armaments to get 1 free armaments upgrade before I woke up this Laga, but because I started on the Bash, and I know I'm going to have an Iron Wave and Rage coming up, I kind of didn't want to delay. We can obviously upgrade this for great value, and we need to just prioritize damage because we have lots of ways to naturally block, and if we don't kill this thing, then it gets very scary. So this will be the point of the fight that gets dicey, and I'm honestly thinking I'm probably going to pop my potion here to give us a better bash, and a little bit more defense, and then hopefully with some good draws, this should be lethal. Yep. So honestly not too bad, all things considered. Mercury Hourglass gives us a little bit of damage. Okay, so this is going to sound crazy, but I actually am really thinking about this Perfected Strike here, mainly because of Strike Dummy. Strike Dummy means that I don't really want to get rid of my strikes as badly, so we could just try and pick up defensive cards and then remove defense and have our damage through Perfected Strike and Strike cards buffed by Strike Dummy. Now, the hard part with that is defensive cards are really hard to find consistently. But I think that this gives us a nice archetype to play around. I love this. One of the mods I have gives Ironclad a cowboy hat, and I love it so much. Okay, so what do you upgrade first, the bash or the armaments? I'm gonna say that we get more value out of having bash upgraded every time we get it. And I think I can still target this double elite with this campfire, because this campfire's in it. Ooh, can we fight triple rats, which is what this event does. It's going to spawn 3 rats. We have no potions. We have a campfire coming up though, so I think we can. Perfected Strike should just outright kill one. So let's take this guy low and then deal some damage to you. And we just need to burst this fight down. They do almost no damage on their first 2 turns. So I cannot afford to stall, because now Mercury Hourglass is going to make me take a ton of freaking damage. This is really bad though. Wait, so if I upgrade this, hold on, what does upgraded, how much damage does Strike gain when it upgrades? 3. So it's at 9 plus 3 is 12, which is not enough. So I think, despite what I just said, I need to just try and survive this turn and get them low enough with Mercury Hourglass where I can kill them both at the same time, or I get a lucky turn like this. This is great because we can just do this and we win. Okay, so all in all, not too costly of a fight. And I mean, the Odd Mushroom is great, and this Blood Potion, it just pretty much paid for itself. So that's awesome. So Combust is a card that I am eyeing because it can be really good when you're walling, but I don't think we're walling with block. Because I'm going to be getting rid of these defends and trying to grab better defensive cards. So HP is at a premium right now because we deal all of our damage by skipping block and just playing these strong attacks. So that being said, do I need more damage with Twin Strike, or do I just want to flex and improve the damage I'm doing with the cards I have? Oh, wait a second. I thought about it for 2 moments, and Twin Strike works with both Strike Dummy and Perfected Strike, so I certainly will take that. That becomes a really good card. Anchor is great, especially because we fought Lagavulin already. Like, since we fought 1 elite and it wasn't the sentries, this Anchor is really good. Why? Because you're guaranteed to not fight the same elite twice. So we fought the Lagavulin, which means that this will either be the Gremlin Knob or the sentries. And Anchor's really good against sentries and really bad against Laga and Gremlin. So the nice thing with this is it gives us a 50-50 at a good outcome. So the Blood Potion in my mind is kind of buying me an upgrade here. And I think now I would like to upgrade this Armaments. This could be a mistake because I'm going to potentially fight 2 elites, so we'll see. And we got the sentries, which is wonderful. And I don't have to worry about, usually you sometimes want to eyeball killing this one to prevent the damage, but I don't think I need to because this Anchor is solving my problem, and we're going into the fight with only 3 days on the first turn, which is pretty freaking good. Let's see if this is 18, or sorry, that's 27 damage, which is not enough. So we'll just block up. Actually, I only would have taken 1 damage if I just played 3 strikes. So I think I would have rather did that and had this thing at, whatever that would be, 8 HP, or 7 HP instead. Because yeah, now this well, this will kill. Yeah, I could have bashed this one if I would have played that previous turn a little bit better. Which is going to lead to me taking 5 damage. So, not the end of the world, but it does mean I don't heal from my burning blood, which is a bit frustrating. Okay, so True Grit is certainly a card that we can consider taking. It's a defensive card, which we need, and Armament makes it a lot more palatable. True Grit really needs an upgrade to be good, but we don't have anything else that needs an upgrade already, and Armaments really pads us. Burning Pact I don't think really does much because we don't have the energy to play the cards that we draw, and Pommel Strike sure is another strike card. Ah, man, it's so hard to turn down these strike cards. So the question is, do we have enough? Is this overkill? Is the Pommel Strike overkill? And I don't know that it is. It seems like it's really a nice card to have. And True Crit's not the best defensive solution we can get. It is just one of them. I'm gonna take this against my better judgment, but I'm on the fence about this one. I'm thinking that maybe True Grit was a better option, especially since we're most likely about to fight Gremlin Knob. Well, against Gremlin Knob, this thing is way better. What am I saying? So we could heal, which will almost certainly allow us to fight this elite, which I'm kind of thinking about because, like, so the biggest thing I could do is I could get this relic, and then Darkstone Periapt gives me 6 max HP, but the regret really freaking hurts, and I have no way to remove it right now. But I could get max HP and a relic, and then I just am gonna take a lot of damage. And I'll need to remove that eventually, because there's no way I can make the whole run with that in my deck. Or I could just play it cool and get the max HP, which is, like, obviously really good. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know what's going on with that. For fear of just spending a million years on this, I think my deck is fine. I just need to stay alive. I don't think I need to roll for a relic and potentially lose the run off of it, even though it feels well. But the Darkstone Peria, if I can remove it, then it's just upside. And I do have a lot of gold, and it's highly likely I'll get a shop at the start of the next floor. But do I die if I take it? If I never get a chance to remove it, it's gonna really, really hurt. Oh, this is a tough choice because this relic could be huge and the HP could be huge, but we will probably get curses at some point in other ways that we'll need to remove, and this is one of the worst ones you can have. So I think I'm not going to get greedy. I think I'm just going to take my max HP. That was a hard decision. Darkstone Periapt really was baiting me into taking the relic because, I mean, it would have just been really, really nice to have that relic. But if there was a shop coming up, I would have grabbed it 100%. Oh man, a feed is so good here. I really need some defensive cards. Okay, we're gonna try and get feed on this guy. That was a really nice time to get armaments, by the way. I will probably use this potion now because I'm certainly going to take damage and I have a pretty high chance of pulling a potion. Okay, so drawing, yes, it is enough. Feed, if it's lethal, heals you and gives you some max HP, which is great. And we did pull a potion, which is great. Intimidate, Burning Pact, or Heavy Blade. I don't love any of these. Hexago, I would take Intimidate against maybe Slime Boss for sure. I don't have any strength, so certainly not Heavy Blade. I don't have energy for Burning Pact. So really, it's a question of if Intimidate is worth it. And it's an exhaust card, so I'm gonna say it is. The problem is it does consume a card slot. But I think it's okay, especially like against birds. It could be really nice because we'll have a hard time getting through them. And because of the decisions we made, we are actually able to pick up an upgrade here instead of having to heal, which is really nice. And the question is what to upgrade. And I think I would like to upgrade feed so I don't have to line it up with armaments. Anchor losing out value here is a little sad. We'll save that Intimidate for a later turn. um, this rage has turned out to be quite profitable. I have saved a lot of HP from it. I'm going to save the feed and try to get lethal with it. I definitely should have played that Perfected Strike, by the way. That was a mistake. But we have some nice invuln on this now, so the next time it rolls around, that should be good. I'm still going to attempt to keep this feed. We're coming into this fight with a lot of HP. I'm going to, yeah, I think that it should be pretty easy to get the feed on this. Oh, unless it shows up on this turn. Oh, I do enough damage. That's fine. Great. Okay. Wow. These are all really good. Well, not Limit Break, but Offering versus Reaper. So Offering gives us some insurance against a energy brick, meaning I don't get any energy relic from the boss that I can utilize. Reaper gives us some more sustain, but we have no strength to make Reaper actually heal me for a lot. So honestly, I think I'm going to take this Offering. I think it's just the safer pick. Busted Ground is really scary because we don't have all the cards we need yet to make this run winnable. Philosopher's Stone is also scary because we are tanking damage to deal damage. So this is just going to increase the damage that all the enemies do, which is super terrifying. Now, Choker could be super playable though, because we are not playing a crazy like draw energy mill deck. So I think that's what I'm going to go with, because I think Philosopher's Stone probably just gets me killed in the second act. I think once I got to the third act it wouldn't be so bad, but in the second act it's really dangerous. Alright. I would really like to angle for a shop, and the question is whether I want it to be at the end of the floor and get a big upgrade, or if I want to hit it early on. Now, I don't think I can take on these elites without getting a shop, but I really want to roll for cards, because I'm still missing quite a lot in my deck to finish out the game. So I'm thinking I'm going to go up this path, see how much HP I have, and then we're going to go for a really high value shop at the very end here. And we can dip into, we can either do the 3 elite path or the 2 elite based on, oh man, that 3 elite path is so terrifying. I actually probably am not going to do that 3 elite path. I think I'll just hit the 1 elite in the big shop. But let's evaluate our other shops. If I hit this shop, then I only get to do 1 elite still, because if I hit this shop and then go to this shop, that's pretty bad. Now, if I hit this shop, I'm going to get a campfire, and 1 elite still. So all of these options look like I'm just going to end up on 1 elite unless I take this crazy 3 elite path, which, I mean, it's not horrible, but let's look here. If I do this shop, I take 1 question mark instead of a fight. I only take 1 question mark instead of a fight, which is the same as this path. So it's the timing of the shops that matters in that case, and the options I have. So I think I'm actually going to go on this right path, because in both I get a late shop, in both I get 2 campfires, and in both I get 1 elite. But this right path gives me the most options at cards early on before the elites come, and I have an option at going into the triple elites. Now I don't think we'll take them. Now another thing I could consider is using a smoke bomb to skip 1 and just take 2 elites, which could certainly pay off. But I don't think this is a fight I need to smoke bomb. Yeah, especially with this offering. Well, if I play this offering, can I kill with feed? So 10 damage plus 13, 26. 10 plus 26 is 36. Feed is going to deal 12 plus 6 is 18. 36 plus 18 is 46. Plus 8 is 54. And all of that costs 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to have 6 energy so I can play one more card. So if I draw the feed with this, I should be able to kill. And I did not. But I can prepare a kill, I think. Yeah, so now... Oh, I gotta remember I've got Mercury's Hourglass. So now feed kills when I draw it. So I just need to draw feed. This will kill though, and that's a lot of damage. Do I take 18 damage to play a feed? I think I do. I think I'll risk 8 damage to pull the feed. Yes. Very worth it. Distilled Chaos is not better than our Smoke Bomb. When a card is exhausted, gain 3 block on Feel No Pain. That is an idea. So we have 1, 2... We only have 2 cards that exhaust though. So that's not that great. Unless we get like Dazes, but that's like for a couple fights. I think Second Wind could certainly be a play though. I don't think we need a second Armaments, and Feel No Pain is not enough block to justify. But Second Wind at least gives us some kind of defensive card if we don't get any more. So I'm prepared to Smoke Bomb this. This is one of the fights that's really hard for my deck to deal with. So what I might try and do is see if I can pick up one with a feed on this turn. And then, yeah, no, we're out of here. There's no way. That's too much damage. I needed to, on that turn, I needed to pull my feed or my Intimidate to make that fight worth it. But that gets the birds out of the way. I think I will exhaust this defend. And then we'll just deal some damage. We can definitely go for a Perfected Strike than a feed here. If we can find the feed. Unfortunate. Oh, I mean, I've already got the feed, but I need the P-Strike. Well, do we have the damage anyways? Let's see. Boom. Yes, we do. How convenient. Another Twin Strike, but a Shrug. So, Twin Strike is really, really good because of the way my deck works, but I'm going to take the Shrug because I want that Twin Strike, but I took this Pommel Strike. So I really should not have taken this Pommel Strike, and then I can probably justify taking this one, but we need defense right now. Desperately. Boom, boom. And I'll exhaust the defend, just so it's not in the deck for the next shuffle. We definitely want to invest damage on this guy. Sorry, I'm a little sick if it's not obvious from the last video and this one. Okay, a feed is great. I just need to get it on you. Nice. I would love to have played that P-Strike. I think I could have played that turn a little bit better. Yeah, let's shuffle. I'm going to lose 6 HP, but I'll be able to block all this anyways, and this lets me deal a lot of damage. I know the Velvet Choker goes off, but it means we have lethal this turn. Okay. Losing HP from a card gives strength is not helpful for us. Bloodletting also not helpful for us because we can't play cards with Velvet Choker. It sucks because it's green, but do I need another Iron Wave for Bronze Automaton? No. I only want to take attack cards if they have Strike in their name. That's the rule right now. Best not break it. This Snecko probably helps us, honestly. Wait, no it doesn't. I'm thinking of the last run. The last run I had a bajillion expensive cards. So, because I already am kind of on the fence about taking this 3 elite path, if I'm going to take too much damage from this, I am willing to Smoke Bomb it. Let's block the damage and see where we get. So I've taken 8 damage, or well, 2 damage after the whatever this is called, Burning Blood. I should be able to put up enough block for this. Okay, a feed is looking possible here, but I'm taking so much damage, I'm probably just gonna have to kill it. Yeah. That's fine though. I mean, I think this is the first feed I've lost, if I'm not mistaken. Well, can I put up enough block for this? Oh my gosh, I can. Wait, so we can still look for this feed. Oh my goodness. He's a genius. That fire potion's huge. When a card is exhausted, draw 1 card. Now, that is the thought. Disarm is also really good though, but it's so useless versus Bronze Automaton. Second Wind with Dark Embrace could be really good. The question is, does this solve any problems we have? Right now the problem we have is we need defense for Bronze Automaton. When we draw cards, we can't even play a lot of them because of Choker. So I'm gonna skip this too, but maybe I am crazy. That might be stupid. Is 70 HP and a fire potion and a smoke bomb enough to make it through 3 elites without a campfire? I want to say it is. I think I've got a really good matchup versus a lot of the elites because of this anchor. And the odd mushroom. Okay. If the run ends here, because I click on this elite, future me, I told you so. But I really want to say that this is doable. We just need to be really careful. So I need to invest as much damage as I can into this guy early on. Those debuffs really hurt. I probably should have killed them. And now I'm getting freaking nuked. So this is definitely the fight that's the hardest of the 3 elites on this floor, because the book is not too bad, and the slaver fight is not too bad. It's these fat gremlins that are a problem, because they take away everything I can do. How much block can I put up this turn? Let's check before we leave the fight. Not enough. Not enough. So we'll smoke bomb this elite, which is fine because it's the elite that we were trying to avoid anyways. Do we go? Yeah, I'm going for the second one. Who am I kidding? This is a nice turn to get Intimidate. Then we'll bash it and Pommel Strike. Yeah, this Velvet Choker is working out because we're playing almost exactly 6 cards a turn anyways. So we're going to take a little bit of damage here, but we can angle for a feed, I think. Yes. Because a feed is guaranteed next turn, you won't have any block. Oh, I forgot about this. Oh well. That's kind of funny. Uppercut, green uppercut. Green uppercut is a thought. Because it does give us some defense, but it's versus Automaton though. This is the problem. This boss gets freaking a lot of artifact. But Choker does mean that this 2-cost card is a lot better, but it's not a strike card. So I think I'm going to take another Intimidate just because those at least weed themselves out of the deck. Okay, this is why Anchor is so nice, because I'm not actually taking a damage or acquiring a wound here, which is awesome. This Intimidate is also really nice. It's probably going to lose value next turn because I'm pretty sure it just tries to do its single attack next turn. We take 1 wound. Yeah, there's the single attack. So let's Armament and Rage. And I'm not going to spend the feed. We're going to use the feed to try. Okay, you know what we're going to do here is Snecko Oil. How much does it draw? 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I need to play some cards. Let me bash, then let me pommel strike. Yes, okay, great. So now... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more of you. Now draw. Wonderful. Now shrug. And then for my last card, I can play Second Wind, and that should help me quite a bit, preserving HP. And I think Perfected Strike just gets the kill here. Yes, because we're not gonna block enough to angle the feed. Unceasing Top is kind of a dead relic because of Velvet Choker, unfortunately. A True Grit, so we've already talked about, okay, also Infernal Blade bad because of Velvet Choker. So True Grit or not is really the decision here. And I want to take it, I think. That really gives me some good... Okay, this is great too. Self-forming Clay, whenever you lose HP, gain 3 block next turn. So we actually have some good defensive solace. So now I need to just make sure that I'm only adding good cards to my deck. Because... basically, oh, Unceasing Top, I forgot about that. I just discarded a Pommel Strike. That's unfortunate. What was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I really, with Velvet Choker, I can't afford to just take a bunch of like free cards. I need to only take cards that do something good for me. So, and I need to be paying attention to my choker. You know what? Wait, I have another elite coming up. Don't use the fire potion yet. I wanted to use the fire potion for the feed, but that would be unwise. Okay, they're just defending, which is wonderful. Let's just kill you. And then, what am I going to draw here? Just some damage, but if I draw the P-Strike, I can't play it. So let's not draw. That would be devastating, which it looks like it was going to be the thing I drew. So I'm very thankful to have not done that. We can not kill. We cannot kill. So let's just put up a little bit of block, and now we'll just cycle for feed. Oh, he's just gonna die from the Mercury Hourglass. Oh, it healed itself. Wonderful. Let's draw a card and maybe draw feed. Wonderful. Okay, we really need to heal. This is so tough, man. Anger is really, really good, especially when it starts upgraded like this. But Velvet Choker makes it a lot harder to consider. And honestly, we really don't have issues with damage. The strike dummy plus P-Strike plus... Actually, that's it. I mean, our damage is fine. I guess we could take it just in case. It's just so much damage to ignore. But... And I don't even know if we're killing Bronze Automaton, honestly, because a lot of my damage comes from Invulnerable. So I'll take this. It's a little scary, though. Ooh, now this could be a good turn to flex. Yes. I will do a flex potion. Then let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that should be 10 damage, 4 damage, 14. So do this, and then, oh, that's funny. Then we can play 2 more cards. Let's just feed you. Because we're blocking plenty. We cannot be made vulnerable anymore, which is a wonderful. Okay, keep having to check the choker. Um, one more defend blocks everything we need. We can play 2 more cards, but we only have 1 energy. Okay, this is going well, which I regret saying. I should not have said anything. But everything is kind of going the way I'm expecting it to, which is nice. I don't think we really care if True Grit exhausts second wind. I need to make sure I remember the Unceasing Top. That could be easy to forget. And we already did a feed. Toy Ornithopter is just freaking crazy in this position. Body Slam is not good. I don't put up that much block. Another offering is certainly worth considering because I have so much sustain. I mean, it's weird with Velvet Choker, but like even like with offering, it really just allows me to play those 5 cards. I think Seeing Red is not good because I don't have the card draw without offering. So I will take the another offering, and then we could heal, or we could upgrade something. Upgrading the True Grit could be nice. Are we fighting? We're not fighting any more elites. I'm gonna need all the health I can get for this Bronze Automaton though. Excuse me, sorry, I should have muted my mic for that. Okay, so this Inflame is really good. The Spot Weakness is really good. I don't think I care about this Frozen. Man, this shop is really kind of underwhelming, unfortunately. The Spot Weakness and Inflame pretty much gives us all the damage we need for the rest of the run, though. So I will probably do that, but how the frick are we going to survive this automaton? Well, I've got the block potion. You know what? You know what we'll do. So I'm not very good at shops in this game, but I think what I would like to do is grab. Okay, well we just upgraded 2 defense. I had such an excess of money. I think it's fine. I think this Inflame is fine. And another Twin Strike could be really good, but I mean, I really just don't need any more damage, I don't think. I need draw and defense. And then Dreamcatcher could be really good since we're playing around our health so much. So I'm going to pick it up. Wow, exactly 0 money. That's pretty cool. Oh my goodness, this is a really unfortunate fight to get right before the boss. These guys are a pain. So let's offering and see what we get. Well, we'll definitely rage, and we'll definitely intimidate. And then we need to try and do as much damage to this guy as we can. And we can only play 2 things. Alright. I would love to get this feed off, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Oh, you know what? It could. It could happen. Wow, this is tricky. You know what? I'm not that scared of the vulnerable because I have the odd mushroom. So let's just pick up a feed. Yeah, I only take 5 damage from that. That's not bad. Then we will just go ahead and do the Twin Strike. Oh wait, I can just play all of it. Yeah, this has ended up not being that scary of a fight like I thought it would be. We did not take much damage. Sorry, I really should mute my mic for those throat clears. Alright, not bad. So, oh, another shrug. Okay, I'm just gonna click that. And finally, we heal 36, which I think I'm gonna do. I don't think there's any upgrade I care about. I just need HP for this dang hyper beam that this thing is gonna do. None of these I care about at all. But I'm happy to have seen them. Let's start with an armaments. Twin Strike. I wish I would not have lost the Intimidate and Rage. But I could not have known that's what I would have drawn, so it's fine. I'm gonna save my intimidates for when these guys come out, and let me take a sip of coffee. My throat is really starting to get tired. But let's see, how much does Ornithopter heal for? 5 HP. So I'll save the block potion for another time. These guys are gonna steal my feeds and my offerings, which I don't care about because those cards are I don't even want to use until later on anyways. So I'm just gonna get these guys low. You know what? I should invest my P strikes on the automaton. And then let's just work on getting these guys low so that I can grab my cards back when I need them. Okay, it took a feed. Taking both offerings would have been the worst case scenario. We'll definitely grab some strength and play. I think we can play the one offering we have, and then we have our next in flame. This has turned into a bit of a setup turn, which is totally fine. I don't think I'm gonna play the shrug. I'm gonna play the shrug. Okay, there's another one. I want to play the second one to get rid of that defend, but I kept drawing cards I didn't want to exhaust. So this thing, oh, this is holding the feed. I wish I would have made this one low. Oh well, I started getting it low beforehand, so. Okay, this will be a better turn to play the block potion. Then we'll start getting this guy low because there's no point in damaging the automaton right now with all the block he's got on him. We'll kill both of those guys next turn, which is great, and we only take 16 damage from this turn. Okay, so he is going I'm so sorry. He is going to Hyper Beam very soon, so now we want to begin bursting him. I think that's our best way to go about it. Yeah, we want all the cards in our deck right now for the Hyper Beam turn. Yeah, here it is. We cannot make him weak, so we're just gonna eat it. I mean, I guess we might as well play this at this point. And then we'll just bash them. Might as well get rid of those. Now, can we survive? Man, this video's I'm talking so much that it's starting to kill my voice, which is a little frustrating, honestly. Let me see if I have a cough drop or something. I'm gonna pause the recording. Alright. I am back. I have some cough drops now, which I'm hoping will not come across too much in the mic, but will keep my voice refreshed. I think we can certainly afford to play one anger. Let's draw for some more damage and just try to shuffle. Alright, this is getting a little scary. But not too scary. Okay, I think we're in the clear now because we have this bash, we have the pommel strike, and then let's... Do we still have our feed? We do. Let's look for the feed because it will definitely kill now. We can shrug and look for it. No dice, but that's okay. No feed, so we just have to kill it. That's fine. Okay. I don't know if I want any of these. Barricade could be good, but I don't put up crazy amounts of block, honestly. I'm mostly playing around my sustain. Limit Break could also be good, but I mean, Limit Break could be good. I don't know. I feel like I've already got plenty of damage, but I'll take Limit Break against my better judgment, which I keep saying. I definitely can't take Sozu because that's Ornithopter is a part of my sustain puzzle. Sacred Bark is certainly worth considering. The wounds from Mark of Pain really hurt a lot. Um, and I don't really need more energy because of Velvet Choker. I can only play so many cards. So I think I'm going to take Sacred Bark. That makes buying potions a lot more palatable as well. And we are in the home stretch here. So this is already a pretty long run, so I think I'm going to end this recording here and split Act 3 into a second part. But I appreciate you watching if you have, and hopefully this will be a dub.